Maybe that's part of the thought process because they don't care. Or not that they, or maybe not even that they don't care. To them, the repercussions
Some
are
change.
not worth, do not outweigh the benefits of doing what they're doing. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Here's a
Yeah.
scale. Yeah, you $2 billion, but babe, what's your $2 billion to what I'm gaining for doing what I'm doing? Welcome back to another episode of Financial Fraud Friday, where Kerrina and I take recent fraud cases and stories in the news, and we just give our opinions. We have our open conversation. We give our opinions and and invite you guys to comment and share and listen in and just join us in the foolery. That's a word. But for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Nike Togba. I am the owner of Togba and Associates in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a tax and advisory firm focusing on entrepreneurs and small businesses. Our services include bookkeeping, accounting, tax preparation, and advisory services. If you are looking to work with us, please feel free to visit the website, togbenassociates.com, and click the link to schedule a consultation.
All right. My name is Kerrina O'Connor, the owner and founder of KAKE with the K Financial, where we help six-figure entrepreneurs resolve their IRS and tax problems so they can run their business with confidence. Some of our services include if you have a tax bill that you cannot pay in full or back taxes that you have not filed in the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years. So if that sounds like you, just book a link in the bio and let's get this resolved. So I'm going to, let me do a disclaimer before we get there.
Gotta get the
Before we,
disclaimer in.
all right. So disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. This
Um,
episode is for educational and informational purposes only. This is not legal, tax, or financial advice. All information discussed comes from public court filings, news reports, and press releases. Everyone discussed is presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. While we are tax professionals, we're not your tax professionals yet, but we can be. Book the link in the bio. So, Nikkei, what's our topic for today?
All right, y'all. So this one is taken from a U.S. Department of Justice press release dated May 6th, 2025. So well, it was last year, but it's still
Yeah.
relevant in our opinion, very much so
Right.
relevant. So it reads, Credit Suisse Services AG admits to conspiring with U.S. taxpayers to hide assets and income in offshore accounts and admits that Credit Suisse breached its prior plea agreement. Okay. So it reads Credit Suisse Services AG pled guilty and was sentenced for conspiring to hide more than 4 billion from the IRS in at least 475 offshore accounts. The guilty plea by the Swiss corporation is the result of a years-long investigation by U.S. law enforcement to uncover financial fraud and abuse. Between 2014 and June 2023, Credit Suisse AG Singapore held undeclared accounts for U.S. persons, which Credit Suisse AG Singapore knew or should have known were U.S. with total assets valued at over $2 billion. Karina, thoughts?
Whoa.
Thoughts.
It's crazy and it's just so funny, especially reading through these two was it press releases from
Mm-hmm.
DOJ is
Yeah.
it's very eye-opening. I'm like, this is why we have to do all these regulations. This is one of the reasons why, because of these very things that happen of fraud, conspiracy to, whatever. This is why like the US wants information on your worldwide income. One of. That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh, this
Oh, you
does look
mean
legit."
you're talking about the BOI report. You
Not
know
just
about that one?
BOI, BOI
Oh, okay.
too. Not just
Okay. Oh, okay.
BOI. BOI, FBAR, like this is why we have these level of requirements, period, because Look how long they escaped.
That was my thing. I was like, hold on. Did you say 2014?
Yeah, like 2013,
What?
2014. Like, what? Not once, but like
Was
they got a plea agreement, and then
Listen, okay, so Kerrina and I are saying this because back in 2014, there was a different U.S. Department of Justice press release released in May 9th of 2014. And this one read, Credit Suisse pleads guilty to conspiracy to aid and assist U.S. taxpayers in filing false returns. The bank admits to helping U.S. taxpayers hide offshore accounts from the IRS and agrees to pay 2.6 billion, the highest ever payment in a criminal tax case. So they were doing this back in 2014, right? They made a plea agreement. They said, oh, we're going to cooperate. We're going to tell you what we got going on, et cetera, et cetera. May 2025. Oh, yeah, we know we said we were going to tell you what we had going on. We forgot. I don't know. Something happened.
that's funny. And this is what I'm saying. Like, they don't care.
They don't get. Thank you. My thoughts
They
exactly.
don't care. Like, I
Like,
mean, obviously not. Not enough. Not enough. You would think, what was it, 2 billion the first time? That's with a B. They're like, oh well, and I'll do it again. Like
yeah.
that's literally what happened. Basically, like Credit Suisse is like, whatever I can do for my clients, white glove services
That's some
to
serious.
cover up your white crimes. That's literally like white collar crimes. That's literally like that's probably the slogan.
That's some
Um
serious white glove service right there, boy. But I mean, if you they got fined. Let's wrap let's this is how much they don't care. You
yeah,
find me $2 billion. I said billion with a B dollars. I said, all right, okay.
right.
Did you find me 2 billion with the thought that that was gonna hurt my feelings? Because I said to you, here, get this change. Because that's what it sounds like. And
It
went
sounds
right on back to doing what I was doing because,
yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
wild. Yeah. And then I don't think based on what we're reading in the second press release is that if they didn't do the merger because they had a merger with
UBS?
UBS, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
they didn't do a merger with UBS, because UBS was the one that was
That was like, hold
like,
on.
oh, this is a lot going on here. A lot of fraud is happening.
Wait a minute.
Hey, IRS, hey, US, let me give this to you voluntary so we don't get in trouble.
Right. Uh-huh.
But basically by extension, they're still getting in trouble. And Credit Suisse is like, oh yeah, we did that.
And we're
It's
going,
really like we're laughing about this, but it's just funny to me because one of the reasons why Credit Suisse was is under fire too is they were not giving the US who the beneficial owners for each of these companies were. So they're
mm-hmm.
banking with them. And when the US is asking who owns this company that has X, Y, and Z billions of dollars, Credit Suisse is like, oh, I'm not giving that to you.
Mm.
Which is now, like, I'm just thinking about, was it last year, the year before, with the craze with the beneficial owner, um,
Oh, the
the
BOI reporting.
yeah, the
Vincent.
BOI
Yeah.
reporting that FinCEN had, and all FinCEN is a Department of Treasury, I guess subsidiary for lack of better words, and it is financial crimes enforcement. I don't remember the rest of the word, network
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they were putting the onus on us, the business owners in the US, to let us know who the beneficial owner was for our business. And it
Oh,
was a whole
yes, yes,
thing
yes,
until
yes,
it
yes.
became like unconstitutional and we didn't have to do it, but they made such a huge deal and all the things. But this is
This
one of
is
the
why.
reasons why we had to do it.
Yeah.
Or I didn't do it because I just knew it was going to be unconstitutional. I
Oh,
did it. I didn't
really? Yeah.
know my information already. This is not for me. That was my personal opinion. I didn't tell my clients that. But like
Yeah,
for me, I was like, I just knew this was not about to be anything. But
that it wasn't
this
going
is
to.
one of the reasons. This is for like because there's real fraudsters out here actually not paying their taxes and colluding.
Right. So, according to the statements of facts filed with the plea agreement, this is from 2014. Credit Suisse employed a variety of means to assist U.S. clients in concealing their undeclared accounts. They created sham entities to hide undeclared accounts. They solicited IRS forms that falsely stated under penalties of perjury that the sham entities were the beneficial owners of the assets in the accounts. So instead of saying who the individuals were, they were saying, no, this
It's
entity.
the
It's
shell.
almost like that shell game thing, right?
Yeah.
This entity actually owns that account, not this individual, right? Failing to maintain records, destroying account records sent to the US for client review, using Credit
Right.
Suisse managers and employees as unregistered investment advisors on undeclared accounts. So they were like,
Wild.
listen, white, like you said, white glove service. And
It
and
was
and maybe to them, they're like, listen,
whatever I need to do.
and this is just my brain. We're so large. They charging us 2 billion. We like, all right, here you go. Take that. It almost in a sense is a shield to their client.
Mhm.
Do they need more clients? No.
Yeah.
It's like a shield. It's a shield. They're basically saying, I'm not gonna come. I don't know if that's what they're saying, but that's what I'm seeing, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna
Basically.
find us. They're not coming for you because technically you're not the one. Well, I don't want to say
Well,
technically you're not the one committing, but we are the ones filing these false records, so on and so forth. Now, I'm not saying that that individual is not involved, and maybe there aren't some sort of penalties or punishments that will happen to the individual, but maybe that's part of the thought process because they don't care. Or not that they, or maybe not even that they don't care. To them, the repercussions
some
are
change.
not worth do not outweigh the benefits of doing what they're doing. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Here's a
Yeah.
scale. Yeah, you $2 billion, but babe, what's your $2 billion to what I'm gaining for doing what I'm doing? What are you gonna do? Shut me down? No.
That's the
You
question of the day.
because based on this report, they can find the company and they're putting individuals don't get the coverage, right? Are not getting the coverage under the plea agreement that the company is getting. So
Mm,
yeah,
yes.
so they're
Yes.
like, all right, y'all put Bill, Sally, Tina, and Ray in jail. We'll just hire somebody else to put in their spot. People are expendable maybe to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Followed, you know what I mean? So, you know. mm.
Yeah. It's very
And we haven't explained. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said it's not I think it's just eye-opening, right? Like it's for you as a business owner or anybody who has large assets and income
Hmm.
and you're trying to like, oh, okay, I'm just going to put it in a foreign bank thinking I'm safe. You're still not. It may take a little minute because we're dealing with stuff from what it says from 2014 to 2023 that they just got caught up with in 2025. But based on what I was reading, the individuals of those accounts, because they're not under the plea agreement, they can still be considered liable and criminal charges against them specifically. Even though Credit Suisse is only going to pay fines of however many billions of dollars, it looks like the actual person who owns the accounts,
Uh,
they're gonna get they're the ones that are gonna be under fire. That's what I'm seeing.
this is And
Exactly.
I was just thinking about this is re reminding me of the Panama Papers. Remember that?
No.
Oh, that was a good one. There's a documentary on that one that was it was so good too. You got to look that one up.
Okay, Panama Papers.
This one, it was the Panama Papers, and it was talking about how this one firm, Fonseca, uh, and they had a bunch of offshore accounts. They were hiding clients' money all over the world. And it was, oh God, it was a big thing. This happened in 2016. Shell companies, tax evasion, global elite, hiding their money in offshore accounts. Really good though. You should watch it. Yeah,
I'll watch it. Yeah.
you know, yeah, I'm into that, but it was a great doc. I loved it. It was a good documentary. But even that, it's like, okay, yeah, you exposed us. Yeah, we had our money over there. Now what?
Mm.
Now what?
You should be convicting them. Like the
That's what I was gonna say, but
you should be convicting them. Like that's I mean, you know
what
what
am
I'm
I,
saying? If you're
what am I gonna
intentional.
convict you if my money is over there too?
Oh, that's a whole other conversation within itself now.
Oh, my money over there too.
That is a whole conversation within itself. We are oh
Right? You
that
see what I'm saying? So, and
yeah,
that's
it
kind
should
of
be.
what was going on over with the Panama Papers, right?
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if that's the case here. I'm just, me.
Yeah,
I like a good,
speculating. Speculating.
speculation and a good pulling of the thread, but you know, you find these people 2.6 bill in
Wow.
2014.
Wild.
In 2025, they're still doing the same thing.
Still doing the same exact thing. Yeah.
And you guys, the reason this is such a because we didn't we're kind of going back and forth about this and the tax law for US citizens is basically, right, Karina, you're taxed on your worldwide income
Worldwide.
for the most part. Worldwide income. They want to know where you got they want to know about the six pennies underneath your mattress. You know what I mean? They want to know about all that, right? And so if you have money in foreign accounts and it's 10,000 or
Yeah, I
more,
think an aggregate of 10,000
okay?
and like I think assets of more than 50,000, something like that.
They want to know, and it's called FBAR reporting. They want to know, and you're required to report foreign bank accounts and financial accounts in a filing. And so that is to be done every year. Usually around the time you file your taxes, you declare those funds and say, I've got money in Trinidad, I've got money in Jamaica, I've got money in DR
Singapore.
and Singapore and Panama, and it totals 2 mil, and they want that declared. That's FBAR reporting. And so basically it appears that not only were they evading taxes maybe in tax filing, but also, in the FBAR reporting by through
Either
Credit
omitting
Suisse,
or yeah, omitting some of
their
their
income,
actual income. Yeah.
right? Because I'm gonna assume if I got a 2 mil in a bank account overseas, there better be some interest being earned on it, you know what I mean? Because it's not just sitting there, just sitting,
Right.
I doubt that anyone would do that. And so, of course, the interest normally would have to be, declared. So,
Yeah. Yes, that's it. And I think it's important. This this is important because it's not just once you are a US citizen,
mhm,
worldwide income is necessary and necessary required. Let me required. It's required. Whether or not you do it, you'll reap the repercussions of that. But it is required by law. Period. Like I want to make that very clear because a lot of well, my cousin on the other side or whatever, he's never filed any. That's fine. You are required by law. I'm just
to
telling
file
you
it.
know We're just
Yeah.
telling you what you're required by law to do. Whether or not you do it is up to you, right? But required by law to do it. And especially for those people who are leaving the country, leaving the US, going to another country, it does not exempt you. If you are a US citizen, unless you give up your citizenship, you are still required to file a US tax return.
Mm-hmm.
Even if in that other country you're filing a tax return there. That's great. Still are required to
The
file a
father
US
tax
tax return.
return. Yeah.
Because they want to see the worldwide income, and usually some countries have treaties where you don't have to pay double tax, but they want to know what's going on in these other countries from the US citizens to make sure that Uncle Sam gets his cut. That's basically it. Um, in this case, it seems like they failed to it seems like they failed to do so. Or they didn't do it
I
accurately.
was gonna say, honey, they intended not to do something.
Yeah, like
Failed to
they
do
didn't
to
do it
me, and that's the
accurately.
way I see it. It was intentional. They're
Yeah.
like, "Shh, you busted us the first time. Okay, you busted us again. And you find me less than you find me the last time. I would think that, yep, right? Because we're
Yeah.
talking about 5.10 million the second time around, 2.6 billion the first time. Why are the penalties going down? Should they not be
Who
going
knows?
up?
Maybe because when UBS decided they were a lot more they were voluntary.
Oh, so UBS, okay,
You
okay.
get what I'm saying? Because they were
Okay.
saying that one of the
That
reasons
sounds
why they knew about it was they're required to fully with ongoing investigation and affirmly disclose any information it may later uncover that the regarding the US related accounts. The agreement provides no protections for any individuals. That's key right there. I just like read that. That's key right there, meaning the people who have the individual accounts can still be held liable,
oh,
get fined, go to court, etc., under the Credit Suisse. So all of this fake what is it called? What are those called? Share
the shell companies?
the shell companies. All these
Um,
fake shell companies that Credit Suisse helped you to make, they're only going to be charged $5 billion, 500 something $1,000. I mean,
you might end up in
you might actually have to try to like answer for all of this extra stuff. The
jail.
company, the bank, is being charged 500 and something $1,000 in penalties and fines. You are not covered. It says the agreement provides no protections for any individuals.
They're
None.
like, we'll bail you out.
Maybe they will. Maybe that's part of the white glove. Maybe that's part of the
It's
white
part of
glove.
our white glove service.
That's
You
probably
say
the
they what? They coming to get you. Oh,
yeah. Just
honey,
call me,
let us know when they get you in there and they got you booked in and you
call
get
this special line.
let us know. We're gonna come and bail you out. We got money set aside
Maybe, which is
especially
so wild.
for times like these. Did you get arrested yesterday? Call.
Right. Just call 1-800
And
or
we'll
well,
come
it
get
would
you.
be
Don't
not.
you worry, girl. That's part of our white glove service. We love our clients. We will do any and everything.
It's so wild to say it, but like this is actually probably what happened. Maybe not in so many words, but the simple fact that that's what they were doing.
And I mean, yeah. And what can you
Yeah,
do?
destroying account records. That's wild. That's wild.
That's a lack of yeah.
Integrity.
They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like, all right. What do
But
you
this
want?
is companies. But you know what? That's that type of stuff. I'm saying not that type of stuff. I'm using the term loosely. But yeah, actually, that type of stuff happens in the US as well. Maybe not so blatant like another country, but like I'm just thinking of some banks that are always doing some shady stuff. And then every 5 to 10 years, we, the citizens, got to bail them out. These banks, like, they get fined They have to pay a little money. They do whatever, and they're basically off scot-free, almost, right? Like they're basically off scot-free. We got to bail them out. Like, I'm saying all this to
Yeah.
say what Credit Suisse did was wrong. But the point is that Credit Suisse is not going to save you if you were one of those bank people, because the
Oh,
plea
I got
bargain
you.
is only for the bank. It
Got
is not for you, the individual. So, all that to say, you make sure you declare the correct amount. Don't be listening to these banks. These banks have, like, they're bigger than the program. They're bigger than the program.
They are the
You
program, boo.
are, oh
That's
yeah.
the way I see it. They
You
are
as
the
an
program.
individual are not. You are not going to be saved.
Yeah.
Like, you better get a good attorney,
Yeah.
criminal, criminal attorney, because
Yeah.
you're dibbling and dabbling into fraud. This is fraud now. This is fraud, and the IRS and the IRS is saying you owe us more money plus penalties and interest.
Hmm.
We're gonna try to recoup our money
From your pocket.
from your pockets because, like I said, Credit Suisse, they're paying penalties and fees and whatever else and all of that, but you're not included in the plea bargain.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Not included.
I wouldn't be surprised if just like you said, 5 years from now, same story,
Same exact
If-
story,
same
because it's
story.
not enough. But then I'm like, okay, I'm thinking U.S. banks. Well, let me not say no U.S. banks, but U.S. banks. I'm trying to remember, because this is a little bit before my time, but like they usually just try to keep the banks alive and going
Afloat. Right,
afloat.
right, right. So then
So
they
they bail
subsidize
them
them
out
in some way or they bail them out.
and whatever else because too
Oh,
big,
you're speaking about the financial crash. Exactly.
the financial crash, and then
Exactly.
there's the too big to fail banks that actually did fail, but
Mm.
they made sure the other banks were still staying afloat because the system would crash and all the things. So for a bank that is in another country, they won't have the same liberties to even, like,
What are you gonna do?
what are they going to do besides fine them? Okay, cool, fine. Clearly we credit, this is the second time.
They like, y'all back? Okay,
Yeah, this
you
is the
did
second
it.
time. So
And
I
they're
don't know.
almost, it's almost to me, after a while, mm, if
Yeah.
I'm, I mean, think about it. What happens, unfortunately, what happens in cases like these is that, when somebody gets away with something, they're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Then they get away with it a second time, they're like, oh, you become more and more emboldened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Especially if it doesn't hurt them, especially if it doesn't hurt them like pocket wise or otherwise. They probably need to be a little bit stricter with like the amount of fees, make their pockets hurt so they like, oh, I don't want to do this ever again.
what would make
I
the,
don't know.
you see
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying? See, because if 2 bill didn't make your pocket hurt,
I don't know.
you
But then
know?
also I'm thinking too, if two bill didn't make their pocket hurt, how much clientele do they have with a bunch of assets where 2 billion is probably just interest that they're receiving off of like bank loans?
That's
Maybe,
nothing. I bet you it's
maybe.
nothing to them. Not a
Yeah,
thing.
that's
So,
literally nothing.
yeah.
They
So,
probably should have times it by 10 to make it real. I'm just saying to make
yeah,
it real.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
It's
either.
par for the course. It's not going to stop happening. It's not going to stop happening with them. It's not going to stop happening with half of these people because to me, well, again, just my opinion, just
Mhm.
my opinion. The Some of the people that are looking to say, "Oh God, we caught you doing X, Y," the money over there, yeah, money's over there too. Like I said,
Yeah,
watch the Panama Papers,
I will.
watch that documentary,
I will.
and let me know what you think. That it was well, I enjoyed it. Shoot, I might watch it again this weekend.
Yeah, right. Just to
Just
refresh.
cool. You know what I mean? But yeah. But anyway, you guys, Karina and I could kind of go back and forth about this, as we do all day.
Yes.
Um, but again, you guys, I guess the to reiterate the point that we're making is or the tax law we're stressing here is just the FBAR reporting and worldwide income reporting. The IRS, it is you are required to report worldwide income. You are required to report foreign banking accounts and investments over, well, not investments, I'll say foreign bank accounts over $10,000. Okay. You're required. That's
Okay.
it. That's all we're saying is we're required that you're required. Some people do, some people don't. Some people don't even know that that rule exists, which is
Right.
they don't even, some people don't know the rule exists. And so, tis what it
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
But we found it. We found it yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Karina?
Nope.
Nope. All right, you guys. Well, if you got any comments, concerns, or you'd like to work with either one of us, please feel free to leave a comment or click the links in the description. Um, For those of you who are looking for tax preparers, I encourage you to visit or to click the link also in the description, 6 tips for choosing your tax professional. If you decide that you don't want to go with us or you're looking for someone, this gives you a couple of tips to use to help you in making the decision on who you will work with. So that's there and available to you. Go ahead and download that. And we are here every other Friday. We post a post, so we encourage you to watch, share, and subscribe and leave some comments. All right. So we will see you guys in another 2 weeks. All right.